What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, back at you with some more truth. Truth is GOAT. So today we're going to be talking to you about why AI will be the future and robots will be, and why I think that this push is, by the way, I'm inside because it's a little chilly outside, even though it is pretty sunny out. Yeah. Anyways, so the reason why I think that we will have AI partners in the future and why AI is getting pushed so hard is because a lot of people are quite unhealthy. So because of that, not eating the correct foods, not living in nature, not living naturally, not getting sunlight, which I've been kind of struggling with. The reason why this will get pushed is because so the average human being, at least from what I can see in America, is quite unhealthy. Our obesity rate, I think, for the average adult is at 70%, which is pretty high. Probably higher now because that stat actually comes from a while ago. But so because of this, the average human has bad physical looks because they are not living naturally. They didn't grow up naturally, so they weren't eating proper food. They weren't eating enough meats and good fruits, things like this. But in particular, the meats, organ meats and such. Maybe you guys don't know by now, but I am actually a ancestral diet follower. I do pretty much only meat and fruits. And so because of this, the average human being on Earth nowadays, in particular in America, is below average on the look scale because of that. So because of this, my theory is that a lot of women in particular are not attracted to most men. And the reason why is because, like I said, they aren't healthy. So because of this unhealthiness, you develop incorrectly, like your jaw. So for example, I can even just use me as an example. So I believe it was sophomore year, I had 8 teeth pulled. So I had my first, like the teeth behind your eye teeth, the first molars. I had all of my first molars pulled with my wisdom teeth pulled because they were looking at getting me braces before this. All right, was it sophomore year? I don't know. Anyways, I think it was sophomore year. So my mouth had to heal up before I could get braces and straighten out all my teeth and everything like that. So they were going to pull teeth before I got that. And I know that my face is underdeveloped. Like my jaw should probably come out about right here, like a little bit out here, and then come. Because if you look at my face, it's like relatively, especially on the GoPro, it's like pretty slim, and it kind of goes like I have a long face, so it's fully up and down, but my jaw should be out more, probably about right here, right? Like right about like just this little area over here. And if you do have that, then you're not gonna have teeth fold, right? So. Yeah, because naturally speaking, the way our bodies develop, which I guess I could just kind of add here, is that you shouldn't have your wisdom teeth pulled. You should be able to keep all of your teeth because the reason why, which makes sense why most people get their wisdom teeth pulled, is because most people have underdeveloped jaws because most people grow up eating improper food and nutrition, right? Because if all of us are not eating, because if the proper diet is eating meat, living in nature, and just like fruits, like natural foods, right? Like you're hunting for your animals and things like that. You're eating the organs and whatnot, which are supposed to be some of the, well, they are the highest nutritional value foods, like liver, brain, for example, are the best. Yeah, lots of B vitamins, vitamin A, which helps with like development and like keeping your skin good and things like that. So because of this, like for example, me, I would say I'm an average looking guy. Maybe a lot of people would say I'm a slightly above average. You can say that. But because I am only average or slightly above average, it's okay. But if I were to have a nutritionally sound, like most people should have, like nutritional proper food, and ate a good amount of meat. I ate a lot of, I drank soda until I was in middle school. Actually, that was something that I did pretty good. I didn't drink soda a lot until like, after middle school, basically. But I still ate a lot of sweets, like sugar cookies for Christmas and things like that because we went on to the other side of my family, and we'd eat a lot of desserts and things like that. So that doesn't help, and that's probably also why I had a lot of cavities, because I was eating foods that don't promote they promote deterioration of your teeth, right? So, but as you can see, I have pretty nice teeth though now, luckily. But like I said, I did have 8 teeth pulled. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to use this, like, I guess me as an example. Probably don't want to hear too much about me, but it's kind of easier for me just to talk about like my own face. Like I told you, I had 8 teeth pulled, things like that. So, but the average person, I would say, so the average looks of an American is probably like, I don't know if I'd say super far below average, because the obesity rate being high, obesity does make you like even more unattractive, especially if you're a man. Like being larger as a female isn't as big of a deal because women are supposed to have more body fat, right? So they're supposed to be bigger anyways. In order, because they have to bear children and things like this, right? So in order to bear children, you need to have enough nutrients to be able to foster creating a new child. Like I know some people, when they first get pregnant and they're developing a child inside of them, right? Like women are doing this, they lose weight in the beginning, but then they end up gaining weight, right? Because your body needs more weight in order to sustain another life. So I think what happens is when you usually lose weight in the beginning is because your body is adapting to like a new state, and you're not eating proper foods. So then the child, in order to develop the child, it's taking nutrients from the mother, right? In order to do that. So that they can develop as well as possible. It's very important it's like the most important thing for the woman's body to do is to develop the child properly, right? So I guess I get back on topic, a little bit of a tangent there. But so the reason why I think AI and all the like robotic companions and things like that, so they're going to come out more beautiful than most people. So you're going to see, like, for example, let's say a woman gets a man bot, like I don't know, what would you call it? A masco bot, like a masculine bot, right? And she's going to want to be with that bot because all of the male robots are going to be more attractive than 98%, 99% of the men that they're ever going to meet in their life. So why would they not do that, right? It's just going to be very simple attraction. And the reason why most of the men around her that she sees are going to be unattractive is because, like, for example, I was talking about with the underdeveloped jaw, they're going to be smaller, framed, because they're all unhealthy and didn't develop properly like they should have as a man going through puberty and growing up and all that, things like that. So the women are going to gravitate more towards, at least some of them anyways, especially if you're also, and then this is on the other side too, is if the woman is also not as attractive, she's not going to be able to attract a attractive partner. She's probably not even going to be able to attract a average looking guy, right? Which maybe won't be the average as far as like all American men, for example, or all the men in the world, but because that on average will be lower. But let's say like a guy who's like average looking in general, she won't even be able to attract him because she's still too unattractive. So because of that and her not getting attention on top of it, she's also going to prefer the robot, which will give her unconditional love all the time, unconditional attention, because it's a robot, right? It can just be programmed to do that. It doesn't have to have emotions behind it, and it's not a living thing, right? It's just a piece of metal, right? And it's going to have the software of the artificial intelligence, right? It's not real intelligence. In order to act like in the best possible way, to treat her the best possible way and the best way that she wants to be treated, it's going to know how to balance all those things. So of course, why would she not love the robot, right? It just it's kind of unfortunate, but I could definitely see all of this happening just because, like, it's very inevitable. There's no way that this isn't going to happen. And then if you want to say it on the flip side, there'll also be fembots that will be beautiful, right? They're going to be able to enamor all the men, right? So that's going to be pretty easy as well. But I think on the masculine side too, like the masculine bots, they're going to be able to do it with women as well too, because most women nowadays don't find most men attractive. And that's because, like I said, they're underdeveloped. So it's kind of something that's just going to happen. And like I said, too, the robots are able to imitate these emotions indefinitely, like forever. They're not going to ever, if they're programmed correctly, they're going to be able to love you unconditionally all the time. So who wouldn't want someone, right? It's not someone, it's a robot, but they're going to do it so well imitating being human that you won't be able to tell the difference, and you're not going to really want anything different because they satisfy all of your needs, right? Basically. Because at the end of the day, that's what we are, is beings who have needs that need to be satisfied, like all other animals, right? Like all other animals want to reproduce, survive, protect their family, eat good food, things like this, natural food. So because of this, I think that AI and everything is inevitable because there's such a need that we have nowadays, because people are so unhealthy that the difference is going to be irreplaceable, basically. Like you're not going to be able to live without it, right? Which is really unfortunate. But people will never be truly happy because it's all artificial. But I think a lot of people, because of the deception, they will have a good amount of enjoyment from these bots as well too. So even though it's not real, it will definitely feel real, is the main point that I'm making, and the main problem, right? So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.